I was going to title this episode Potpourri, but that's way too fancy for what it is. And then I was going to call it a hodgepodge because it's a little bit of everything. But hodgepodge, it's not quite classy enough. So I found a new word. It kind of means a glorious hodgepodge, and it's Gallimaufry. And I'll spell it out later. But it's a real word, Gallimaufry. And if you grew up with Reader's Digest like me, you know there was a section called It Pays to Increase Your Word Power, Enrich Your Word Power. And you learn new words. And I love that part. I also loved the humor in uniform. But anyway, so this is a hodgepodge of a bunch of little things, and hopefully it will take me 4 minutes or thereabouts. New glasses. I got new glasses. I just got them today. I'm kind of like, ooh, because they're a tiny bit stronger than my old ones. But also, I was a little concerned because they don't have, when I tried them on the store, I didn't have any glasses. I was just looking through glass and I did not see my wrinkles as much. And then I put them on with all the magnification and looked in the mirror at the store and saw, oh, wrinkles. Sure enough, they're still there. And I said to my husband, oh, I kind of feel like the old glasses hid my wrinkles more because, they were full rims and these aren't. And he gave me that look that husbands give, like, you're kidding, right, honey? You really think that little bit of rim makes a difference? It doesn't. So, no, I don't think that. Okay, so I have a couple of pleas. These are pleas, P-L-E-A-S. I'm pleading with you to buy some of my favorite foods that nobody else seems to like. So many things I like, other people don't. Sometimes I just don't want to march to the beat of a different drummer. But item 1, spin blend. No, it is not Miracle Whip. It's different, and it hardly has any sugar. Unfortunately, it also doesn't have milk, and it does contain a little teeny tiny bit of egg. But for a vegan who's allowed a teeny bit of egg, it's really good, and it tastes so good, and it makes, whenever I make egg salad or potato salad or anything, everybody says they love it, and then they want to know what mayo I use, and I don't use mayo, and then they're like, ooh, oh. Spin blend. I really love it, and hardly anybody makes it. And please consider buying it if you see it. Good luck finding it, but I love it. The other thing, please, we want to increase stock in U-Ban. We started buying U-Ban years ago because it seems like it's less acidic for my husband. It's getting harder to find, and now I can just find it in dark roast. It used to come in dark roast, traditional roast, small cans, big cans. Now this is it, and it's only at one store in my town. It makes me sad, and I love those two things. And if they go away, I'm going to have to buy Hellmann's, Hellmann's, and then I won't be able to eat it. And I'll have to find another coffee, and I don't think we're going to be able to do that. So, and then the other thing is I'm going to save up my money and invest in 2 companies if somebody would make these companies. I'm going to talk to Elon and see if he'll come up with them. One is just a very basic car, the kind that you can put together in your backyard. It's safe, has a radio, brakes, crank handles for the windows. It just has a few moving parts to make it go and get you back there and back safely. And that's all. I think that person would make a killing, and it would not cost $80,000. It would cost maybe $8,000. So I will invest in that. And the other thing is, could somebody create a potato chip, especially a dill pickle potato chip, that is not bolder and zestier? I'm so tired of every time I find a flavor I like, they change it to make it bolder and zestier, and my tongue hurts and my lips hurt. And it's just like my fingers are all full of the bolder and zestier spices, and I want one that's shyer and more delicate. So if you create those chips, especially dill pickle, but other flavors too, I will invest in your company. I'm saving my money now. Have a good day.